Kool TV proudly presents Kentucky Christian University basketball live from Arnett Court in Grayson, Kentucky. Now let's head courtside at the Lesby Center and count down the tip-off for exciting Kentucky Christian University basketball on Kool TV.
And a pleasant good evening from the campus at Kentucky Christian University and the Lesby Center, Arnett Court, as we get you set for St. Andrews and KCU in the Battle of the Knights here in Grayson. Good evening, everyone. James Collier, Doc Bender, happy to have everyone along with us here as we welcome you into the Papa John's broadcast table as we get you set for the Battle of the Knights out of St. Andrews out of North Carolina and KCU here in Grayson. St. Andrews 3-10 on the season. They're 2-9 in AAC play. KCU 1-16, 1-8 in AAC play. They fell in a heartbreak of just a gut-wrenching defeat. 86-78 last time out to Columbia down in South Carolina. I'll talk with Coach Charlie Pack. He said, we had it, and guys got selfish. And then things went sideways from there. They had a chance to win it at the end, could not pull things out in the overtime period. They're going to have a different-looking starting lineup tonight. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. We'll take our first break. We come back. We'll meet our starting lineups to get you ready for tip-off. KCU and St. Andrews, battles of the night here as the men try to make it a clean sweep after the women win it today, 66-62. We break it down when we return after this here on Kool TV.
Discover the convenience of Clark's Pump and Shop, your go-to local pit stop. Clark's proudly serves your neighborhood with new locations popping up just around the corner. Swing by today and indulge in a selection of your favorite snacks and drinks. We're committed to elevate your on-the-go taste experience. Clark's Pump and Shop is your premier destination for all things convenience and satisfaction. Stop by today at a Clark's Pump and Shop near you. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at WorkReadyKentucky.com.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Núñez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Núñez, the best around.
Here at Kentucky Christian University, we believe that nursing saves lives. Nursing is more than a career, it's a calling. KCU has a reputation for producing exemplary graduates who excel both clinically and professionally. With options for both in-person and online studies, KCU is ready to help you begin the career of your dreams today. Find out more at kcu.edu.
Back at the Papa John's Pizza broadcast table as we get you set for St. Andrews and KCU. Let's take a look at our officials for this evening's game. They're brought to you apart by Tri-State Ophthalmology for expert eye care as well as LASIK eye surgery. See you folks at Tri-State Ophthalmology. Tony Gray, Mike Melton, Andre Williams are officials assigned to this evening's game. All right, let's take a look at our starting lineups. We'll start first with St. Andrews. Head coach Randy Hernandez. They're rolling with a record of 3-10, 2-9 in conference play. It'll look like this. Manas Drummond and Alik Lewis, the guards up top. Three men in the front court, Christopher Coleman, Mateu Escamilla, and Quashek Breeden. And again, the reason there's no picture of Breeden there is because there was none on their website. So that's the reason that we had to leave that one out. But either way, Drummond, Lewis, Coleman, Escamilla, and Breeden, the five for Randy Hernandez of St. Andrews Knights. Now let's take a look at Charlie Pack's KCU Knights. A different lineup in this evening's matchup. Eric Sanders, Jalen King Joyner, Race DeBoard, and Colby Gray. The 4 guards this evening. Markel Hood gets his first start in the center. I will put in perspective, I asked for the headshot today of Markel Hood in a white jersey. That I had every other thing else in a black jersey. That was totally on me. I made that mistake. But thank you, Travis Weaver and Coach Pack, for getting that one over to me. That's the reason that Mr. Hood is in the white jersey, because I asked for the wrong one. The women did their headshots in the white jerseys, and the men did theirs in the black. But so we'll get that fixed before next game. But hey, we found your wallet.
Thank you.
As soon as you stood up, it was right there where you were sitting. I tried to grab you, and you were already gone.
All right. I'm losing my mind. Why do you bring it to a game? I don't know. All right.
St. Andrews will be in the blue jerseys tonight, KCU in the off-white. I talked with Coach Pack just a little bit ago, and I said, Coach, a different-looking starting lineup. Is this disciplinary or performance-based? And he said it's totally performance-based. He said we did red on white this week, and he said the reds just flat wore the whites out.
Wow.
And he said we're going to roll with a hot hand right now. He said we've got our rotations that we're going to stick with. I said, okay. Next question. Are they on a short leash? He said no. He said, we're going to run with what we think is our best group that's right now. He goes, but we still feel like that we've got that group that if we need to get into a set or grind something out at the end, we've got an idea of who those guys are too. So, hey, when you're 1-16, it's not going to hurt to change anything up. And, this is a team, too, that has been so close. They had a tough one here last Wednesday. They go to Columbia, South Carolina. He said they were getting everything they wanted. They had a 10-point lead. It trickled away. They had it drawn up to get a shot at the end. They didn't get the shot that they wanted. Went to overtime. They lose in overtime. They got outscored 15-7. But here tonight, let's see how well this team executes. Markel Hood's going to get his first start, the transfer in. He's out of Overland Park, Kansas. He'll jump it up against Chris Coleman, the junior out of Saginaw, Michigan. Speaking of Michigan, I'll give my good buddy Don Stockstill, the father of D'Angelo Stockstill, a hello. He's up in Inkster, Michigan, freezing like we are, but he's tuned in here tonight. Here we go. Ball's in the air. KCU will possess it first. Here we go. Right to left as we view it. Sanders, DeBoard, Hood, Gray, and King Joyner. 5 on the floor for Charlie Pack's Knights. Race DeBoard. Little shake and bake near side. Takes it out into the corner. Entry pass inside and a touch pass there to Jalen King Joyner from Eric Sanders for the finish. KCU grabs an early 2-0 lead. Quickly ahead, Drummond loses the basketball on the other end. Markel Hood slows things down after Eric Sanders loses his footing. Hood brings it front court. He'll attack the rim. Finger roll to the rim is good. Markel Hood with a quick 2. And it's 4-0 KCU. That cat can flat get up and down the basketball floor. Breeden out of the corner. St. Andrews settles things down. I talked with Coach Pack when Hood joined the team, and I said, Coach, how does he execute so far? And he said that was one of the things he was talking about. He said, Coach, I don't know your set yet. He said, you go out there and play basketball. He said, we'll work around you. Foul was on KCU's Jalen King Joyner, his first, team's first. And Manas Drummond, senior out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, will step to the line and shoot a pair. 64% free throw shooter, averaging just under 14 points a game, 4 rebounds a game. 11 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 dimes in the win over Bluefield last time out, 89-84. First point of the ball game for St. Andrews goes through with a free throw, and they're on the board 4-1. They trail at 19:05 to go in the first half. Second free throw rolls home.
You know, sometimes those guys that play all the time get kind of complacent, and they sitting on the bench may snap them out of it.
You know, Bobby Knight had a great speech one time about performance connected to one's backside. I can't repeat it verbatim, but here's Sanders from the baseline. Shot won't go home. Rebound comes out of there by St. Andrews. Quickly in transition, Chris Coleman pulls the trigger. Long 2 with a toe on the line. No good. Race to board. Skies for the rebound. It's tipped back to him. He'll race the outlet out. King Joyner on the baseline. Markel Hood. NBA threes on the way. In and out. No good. Had a great look. But going back to Coach Knight, he said one of the things is when you put your butt on the bench, the butt starts communicating with the brain and says, you need to get off the bench.
Yep.
And the way that happens, you got to play better. You got to play harder. You got to have to play smarter. You know, Bobby Knight was known in his day for a one-liner here or there. Knight's forcing a turnover. Now we got a loose ball out on the elbow. And finally the whistle comes with they're going to say a timeout requested will be granted to Randy Hernandez. So a 30-second timeout. So 17:56 to play in the opening half. And St. Andrews burns a 30-second timeout. And Coach Charlie Pack saying, what is that? He said, I want the tie-up. But as you pointed out, one of the things you look at when you shake things up, again, it's a 1-16 season. And it's not that it has been a throwaway season. This team has been uber close to getting over the hump. But
yeah,
it's not going to hurt at this point to try to figure some stuff out because you've got guys that are going to be here for quite some time that are still in that rotation, and you got to figure out what they're going to bring to the table.
Yeah, their common opponents, Johnson, KCU lost to Johnson 71-68. St. Andrews, 112-102. And then Bluefield 89-84, and then, KCU lost to Bluefield 77-72. So there's some common opponents. And like you said, they're right there. Just a few things.
Right there's one of them. Eric Sanders with the takeaway. Races to the left side with a finger roll, and Eric Sanders puts it in for two. The redshirt senior out of Detroit, Michigan. 6-2, KCU extends its lead by 4. Knights in a man-to-man. Here's Lewis. Out to the corner, Drummond. Cut off on the baseline by Race DeBoard. Turnaround fadeaway jumper up, no good. Race DeBoard with a rebound. Here comes KCU. DeBoard looks it off in the corner. Colby Gray wants a three. It's on the way short. Right in the hands of Alik Lewis. Lewis loses the basketball. Jalen King Joyner inside the keyhole. Feeds it off to DeBoard. DeBoard finger roll is good. Nice dish and dime there. DeBoard's first points of the contest. He went scoreless in the loss to Columbia. No points and a rebound. Just never got settled in that basketball game. Nice lead by 6, their largest of the ball game. Escamilla, the leading scorer of this team, averaging nearly 20 a game as he lost that one on the way to the basket. It goes out of bounds. Here's Tristan Pretlow coming into the contest as he'll replace Alik Lewis. Pretlow, a freshman out of Raleigh, North Carolina, averaging just under 3 a game and a rebound and a half. 5 points and 2 rebounds that last time out against Bluefield in the win, 89-84. This one into Escamilla. NBA threes and air ball. What? You pull from that deep and you leave it short, everybody in the building is going to let you hear it.
You're gonna take some grief on that one. That was almost the volleyball line.
Little soft 1-2-2 press in the backcourt. Gray brings it front court after the pitch from Hood. Out to the board on the handoff. Gets a screen from Hood.
Hood's got a huge mismatch. I'm surprised he's not inside.
King Joyner from the corner. 3 balls no good. Long rebound out to Drummond. Escamilla attacks from the left side. Has that one blocked away by Jalen King Joyner, but a lot of contact inside. They may have got it on Colby Gray first on the body. We're going to shoot 2 free throws, and they will. Gray picks up his first, team foul number 2. And the junior out of Spain will toe the line for 2 free throws. 68% free throw shooter. 23 points, 11 rebounds last time out in that winning effort. 8-2, 16-11 to play in the half. First one's up is pure. First points for the junior. Got them both. Knights of KCU doubling up the visitors out of North Carolina. Staying in that 1-2-2 press. Ball raked away. DeBoard saves it in the backcourt. Now he's got a 2-on-1. He's not favored in the backcourt, and let's see what we get here. I don't know what the whistle was for.
Should have been 10. They're looking at 10 seconds. Never really changed possession.
Yeah, did the ball really change possession is the question. And they're going to say 10-second violation. So the turnover in backcourt. We'll give it to St. Andrews on the far sideline. And again, there was never a full change of possession. It was a slapped ball, which does not give you possession. It's a deflection. That's the reason for the 10-second violation, because the ball immediately went right back into the hands of DeBoard. Drummond works with it out top now. Pretlow for a three, short, right in the hands of Eric Sanders. Out to DeBoard. Starts to attack, tied up on the baseline. Lobs it back out top to Hood. Hood by Escamilla, steps through, tries to go up and under, has it knocked away. Had an easy layup on the left side, tried to get fancy, go to the right, and in transition, Drummond finishes for two. Charlie Pack just let him hear about it. I could hear him from the other side of the court. He was looking down in the corner where Markel Hood stands currently, and he was letting him have it. Nice pitch inside Sanders. Sanders gets tied up, has to go to the left hand, and finishes.
And we got a hockey line change coming.
5 bodies at the scorer's table to come in for KCU on the next timeout. 10-6, they lead it. 5 minutes gone in the first half. Escamilla on the near side. He'll pull the trigger. 3 balls on the way, no good. Eric Sanders with a rebound. Knights can grab their largest lead of the ball game of the 3 on this trip. Sanders, skip pass near side. Here's Hood, gets in the lane, 15-foot pull-up jumper, no, too stiff. Escamilla in the paint, pulls out the rebound. Ahead to Drummond. No look pass inside, and a nice finish there by Breeden. Leads down to 2, had it out to 6 at one point. Knights just get it across before the 10-second call. Here's Hood, near side of the board. 12-footer pull-up on the left side, no good. Ball tipped around. Jalen King Jr. fights for the rebound inside. Forces it back up, he's blocked. And then a whistle and a foul in backcourt. That's on Eric Sanders on the reach in, his first, team's third. And a hockey line change coming in for KCU. Entering the game, Jaden Lloyd, Zarek Sarkasanis, Lamar Northington, Caleb Reamer, and D'Angelo Stockstill. So 4 of the 5 regular starters have entered the ball game. Chance to tie or take the lead this trip for St. Andrews. And going up for the dunk was Chris Coleman. He beat Sarkasanis off the wing. He was fouled on the way up. He gets 2 as Sarkasanis picks up the foul. The freshman out of Independence, Kentucky, his first team's 4th. And Chris Coleman for a chance to tie the ball game at 10. .77% free throw shooter is the junior out of Saginaw, Michigan. First one is up as good. His first points of the ball game, averaging 8.5 a contest. 18 points and 2 rebounds before fouling out in that win over Bluefield. He puts both of them up and ties the game at 10. 6-0 run. Jaden Lloyd works it across the midcourt stripe. They go to Caleb Reamer out of the corner. Here's Sarkasanis, and a foul away from the basketball. That's on Lamar Northington, an offensive foul on an illegal screen, his first, team's 5th. Here comes Caleb Brown in for St. Andrews as he replaced Chris Coleman. Brown, a junior out of CeeLo, South Carolina. He'll work with the basketball up top. Pretlow, left wing. Looks at a double team, gets it away. Escamilla. Hounded there by D'Angelo Stockstill. Gets in the rack, puts up a shot, and it rolls through. What a take there by Escamilla. His 4th point of the ball game, and they take their first lead of the contest at 12-10. Here's Northington. Glides to the rim, left it way short on the finger roll. Rebound Breeden, and then a whistle out front at midcourt. As they'll get that one on KCU's Jaden Lloyd, his first, team 6th. So the next foul on KCU will have the visitors shooting free throws. And again, in the men's, we still shoot one in the bonus. Only sport you still shoot bonus in of the basketball side of things. Everything else is double after 5. Into the corner, Pretlow. Escamillo trying to add to the lead. Can't get it to go home. Breeden fighting for the rebound on the baseline. Here's Drummond on the attack. Has that one raked away from Stockstill. Lloyd out in transition. He'll slow things down after Raymer. 3 in transition. Got it! Caleb Raymer dials up long distance and puts the Knights back in front 13-12. And a foul in backcourt. That's on Lamar Northington. That's his second. Team 7th, and we're going to shoot free throws. 12:22 to go in the first half. And we're already in bonus, folks. Settle in. I want to point out one number, too, by the way. This is always one of the fans' favorite to point out. It's 7-0. There's not been a foul called on St. Andrews. Manas Drummond will shoot 2. He's 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Not saying anything. I just figured I'd beat a fan to it before they started saying 7-0. There's always one in the crowd that says that. It's like, like they're keeping score.
It's like a baseball game.
Yeah. Look at a couple of doubles, a triple in the corner, and, we're right back in this ball game. Second free throw in and out, no good. Stockstill with a rebound. 13-13 our score, all even up.
If KCU was just shooting all jumpers, I could see that. But, we've been going to the basket and doing some things. And
getting a lot of pressure defense on that 1-2-2, especially across the half-court stripe when they try to double team. Jaden Lloyd works off a screen from Stockstill, and a whistle and a foul out top.
Our first hand check of the night.
Caleb Brown, his first, team's first. So 17 fouls for KCU in the first 8 minutes, 1 for St. Andrews. 12:04 to play before halftime. Raymer gets free, gives it out in the corner. Northington, stutter step, out in the corner. And Sarkasanis is on the sideline. We talked about it in the women's game.
In the girls' game.
It happens.
And you play here.
Yeah. And it's something about this gym. It's easy to get lost on the sides. I've played in this gym myself many times, and it's one of those things that's easy to do. I don't know why, but it is.
It's not like at Moorhead where you got lots and lots of space. You could forget where you're at, but this is tight.
It is a tight gymnasium. Inside of 12 to go in the half, all even at 13. A good one here in the second game of the evening. Escamilla. Caleb Raymer right in front of him. Drummond. Feeds it off to Breeden. Tries to give it right back to Drummond inside. It's raked out of bounds. It'll stay with St. Andrews. Chris Coleman returning. And so replace Breeden. Tune in with us tonight. Drop me a message there in the chat box. Let me know where you're tuned in. I'll give you a shout out on the air. Also, first time with us here on the channel.
That's 3.
Yeah. Hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and hit that bell. Each time we have new material, we'll alert you. Speaking of an alert, Lamar Northington's picked up his 3rd.
He's probably going to go sit down.
So to the free throw line is Manas Drummond. 3 of 4 tonight. Comes Peyton Mayhorn off the bench. First free throw misses. Northington will take his seat. Mayhorn, a freshman out of Lexington, 6'9". Hasn't played in a while. He's hadn't seen action in several games. This is snap the 13-13 tie. We got a lane violation. They'll get that one on Caleb Brown, so it negates the free throw. And we stay even at 13. That is something you only see maybe once or twice a season. There's Stockstill out top. Sarkasanis pulls the trigger. 3 for the lead. Good. Zarek Sarkasanis, the freshman out of Independence, gives KCU a 3-point edge. Coleman across the midcourt stripe, has it poked away from Stockstill, who's hounding him out top. Tries to get to the lane, goes to the left elbow, changes position, comes back inside, has that one blocked away from Mayhorn. The 6'9" freshman, and really creating some awkward angles inside. Now Jaden Lloyd working with it out top, gives it off to Mayhorn. Mayhorn lost it on the way to the basket, but right there's Lloyd to save it. Curls it back inside to Stockstill with a left-handed finish. 5-point lead. Coleman across the midcourt stripe, brings it off to Pretlow, right wing. Out top, Caleb Brown wants to attack, steps through, 2 hands by Raymer, got away with it. Shot comes in and out, Raymer with a rebound. Lloyd a little shake and bake in the backcourt as he comes across the midcourt stripe. A bucket on this trip will give KCU its largest lead of the ball game from 3. Here's Lloyd. Nice pump, kicks it out to Raymer. 3 balls on the way, looks good, counted and 1! And a chance at a 4-point play for the senior out of Massac County, Illinois.
Wow. We talked about that in the first game. Don't foul the 3-point shooter.
They get the foul on Manas Drummond, his first, team second. And Caleb Raymer, perfect on the season, 6 of 6. And the hometown of Superman, I believe is what they said, Massac County, Illinois. Can Superman stay positive? And he does. 7 points for Raymer. And that quickly, the lead is out to 9. Stockstill pokes that one away into the backcourt. They get the switch back over to Coleman. Lewis working with it now on Lloyd. Inside of 10 to play in the half. Escamilla lines up a 3, won't go home. Ball tipped by 2 Knights, and it went right in the hands of Manas Drummond, who finishes. Mayhorn off the Stockstill. Stockstill attacks the rim, stops in the lane. After the corner, Raymer wants 3 more. That one doesn't go. Lloyd with a rebound inside as it was tipped into his hands. Stockstill penetrates, spins in the lane. Baby hook shot up, no. Sarkasanis tried to tip the rebound, couldn't do so after his team. Here's Brown on the attack. Curls it back out to Escamilla. They go back to the quarter. 3 ball by Brown's on the way short the entire way, but nobody boxes out Drummond, who picks up 2 more. Unabated to the bucket as his 9th goes in and trims the lead from 9 to 7 down to 5. And now Manas Drummond just picked up his 2nd. Team's 3rd. We're getting ready to get at line changes again, as they're going to bring all 5 off the floor and 5 back in. (22-17), 8:39 to play in the half. Caleb Raymer jumps off the bench and splashes home a quick 7. Here's Sanders, feeds it inside to King Joyner. Turnaround shot blocked away. All kinds of blue bodies around and trying to shoot over top of them. Coach Charlie Pack just looked at him and said, "Why? I heard him from here." Coach Pack has a unique voice. You can usually pick it up at a gymnasium pretty easily.
You can.
And he did. He just looked at Jalen and he said, "Why?" I love Pack. His energy is, he's very open about his team. You can ask him anything. He'll tell you the straight up one way or the other. That was one of the things about going out before the game and talking to him about the change up in the lineup. You know, some coaches, they won't hear of it. It's like none of your business. And I just blatantly asked him, I said, "What's the reason?" He tells me. And I appreciate that in a coach. Nice feed to the board as he streaks to the basket for 2. What a dime.
Nice pass from out front.
Push the lead back to 7. KCU trying to make it a clean sweep here tonight at home after the women snapped a 10-game losing streak with a win today. Here's another turnover. Hood. Now to Colby Gray, out to Sanders. Sanders pumps, goes to the right side from the left and gets 2 more, his 6th. And the lead's back to 9. Caleb Brown will work with it out top in between the rings.
I think he walked.
He took a Euro step there. Escamilla working on Hood, and he walked. Tried to take an extra step there after getting the stop, and Mark held Hood with a nice pivot position to take that away.
You know, I think the men are almost like the women. They need to move and groove a little more.
Tyvon Richardson checking in for St. Andrews, his first action. Here's the board. Goes to the rack, and a foul inside, as that's probably on Escamilla. We'll wait on the whistle. And see
Little
which
hip check there.
Yeah, it is on Escamilla. He tried to slide over and take the charge. And DeBoard will go to the line for the first time tonight and shoot two. 89% free throw shooter is the sophomore out of Ashland. Started his high school ball over at Boyd County and then transferred over to Ashland for the final couple of seasons there with the Tomcats. Won a regional championship his senior year. Gets both of those. 6 points for the sophomore. Sat the first half of the season, came back with the team after Christmas. 3 in transition, won't go home. Richardson has a rebound inside. There's Breeden. Attacks the rim. Hood steps in. That should go the other way. And it is. Markel Hood steps in and takes the charge from Breeden, his first team's 5th.
They all looked at each other like, who's going to make the call?
And when you get in a situation like that, when you have two officials that whistle, they look at each other because you don't want a blarge call coming. A blarge is a thing that happens in basketball. It's where one official signals block and the other one signals charge. And then it turns into confusion. I've had it twice in games, and it's not a good look. Here's Hood. Pulls the trigger out top, long 3, no good. 28-11. It's an 11-point lead, the largest of the contest. Brown working on DeBoard. DeBoard picks his pocket. DeBoard races ahead. Finger roll at the rim. Gets the roll. 8th point for Race. 13-point lead for the Knights of KCU. I talked with Coach Pack about him back before Christmas. He said when he's on the floor and he wants to be, he can be the best player out there every single night. Here's Richardson. Dials up long distance. No good. Brody Clark with a rebound. Now Escamilla's 3-ball rolls off the backside to Hood. Hood pushes the action. Races ahead.
Nice
inside
pass.
King Joyner with a bucket and one. And a chance at a 3-point play. Take a look at this dime from Hood off the Jalen King Joyner. Brody Clark whistled for the foul, his first team 6th. 15-point edge for the Knights, and King Joyner, a 62% free throw shooter, had a chance at a 3-point play. 7 points, 3 rebounds in the loss to Columbia. He misses the free throw. 5:30 to play in the half. Escamilla, left of point. Works on Hood, starts to attack, cut off there, a little help side there by Gray. Straightaway 3 from Breeden, left that one front iron short. Rebound out by the free throw line by Eric Sanders. He'll race the action ahead. Feeds it inside. Jalen King Joyner on the slip screen. What a dime that he gets him in on the pitch. Take a look at this on the Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay. Brought the help side defense. King Joyner wide open. A 17-point lead. Timeout, St. Andrews. 5:13 to go in the half. And all of a sudden, this team looks scary good.
They do. You hate to say it, but get out and go.
Now, and here's the thing with this team, and I've talked with Coach Pack several times about this. They've had games like this all year long. They've opened up big double-digit leads, and then they go to sleep for 7-8 minute spans, and they let teams get right back in it. There was a game back early in the first part of the season. They were at Shawnee. They were up double digits in the first half of that game, got beat by 20. And he said there was like an 8-minute span that they just completely just went flat. Couldn't do anything. Didn't do anything. And that, the last time out against Columbia, he said they were up 10, and next thing you know, they're tied. And it's now this is the next step in that maturation is can they get what they need when they need it? And what they need right now is transition buckets and burn the clock as we get an offensive foul on Caleb Brown on the push-off. His second, he'll take a seat. Drummond back in.
They can't get complacent.
No.
What got him there, what got the lead was moving, passing, sharing.
Well, and here's the thing is that don't play with a 17-point lead thinking this thing's finished. Go get as many as you can get.
Yeah, don't take your foot off the gas.
There's so many times you take your foot off the gas, it's hard to get it back on it.
Well, and people.
Oh, my God, what a block from Markel Hood. Watch this one. Escamilla tried to go up, and Markel Hood blocked that one into next week. You might see that one later on somewhere. Line change for the Knights. DeBoard stays. Sarkisianis, Lloyd, Stockstill, and Raymer return. Northington, the only one that can't come back into that rotation because of those 3 personal fouls. Here's Clark. Tries to feed it inside, does so to Breeden. Breeden, a teardropper in the lane, shot no good. Sarkisianis with a rebound. Hand off to Lloyd. Pitch ahead to Raymer. Tries to thread the needle on the backside to DeBoard, and it was read nicely by Escamilla. Escamilla starts to attack. He's got a mismatch there on Lloyd. He'll body himself in, loses the basketball, and a reach in on KCU. That's on Lloyd, his second, team's 9th. Escamilla will shoot one in the bonus. So Mateo Escamilla, 2 of 2 from the charity stripe. This is one in the bonus.
They've been stuck on 17 for a long time.
Make it 18. 68% free throw shooter is the junior out of Spain. Next foul on KCU will have St. Andrews shooting double bonus. Next one is on the way. Rattles that one in. 34-19, 4:20 to play in the first half. You know, the thing you get when you put Lloyd and DeBoard on the floor at the same time, you have 2 point guards. And that's huge with the way this team wants to play. There's Sarkisianis from the keyhole, reverses back out to Lloyd. Lloyd steps through, gives it off to DeBoard on the baseline. DeBoard curls it inside, Stockstill, Stopstill gets raked across the arms. Fights, goes in, has that one blocked away. Out to Escamilla, who'll run in transition. He'll attack Sarkisianis, try to go with a reverse layup. Stockstill claims the basketball. Here's DeBoard, and can't handle the basketball on the feed ahead from Lloyd. Lloyd turns and pats the chest, says that one's on me. Charlie Pack holds his head in disbelief. Escamilla will take a seat as Richardson returns. Escamilla just had some trouble with his seat on the far side. Here's Clark, pump, steps in, 18-footer pull-up from the left side, long rebound, right back to him. Nobody boxing out for the Knights. Drummond curls it inside, throws it in the hands of Race DeBoard. Nice move by Race. He's got a 3-on-2, kicks it near side. Sarkisianis in transition, 3 balls up, no. Stockstill with an offensive rebound. Back out top, Raymer. Lloyd out top, he'll slow things down. 10 on the shot clock, 3:13 to play in the half. Gets a screen, stops, brings it off near side. Raymer, he'll pull the trigger. 3's on the way, no. Knights have gone quiet. And Jaden Lloyd just got called for his 3rd. Team's 10th. And Charlie Pack just got the stop sign.
10 team fouls on him.
By the way, it's 10-7, just in case anybody was keeping track. After it was 7-0. Drummond for 2. Missed both free throws last time there. Free throws up, no good. Colby Gray checking in for Lloyd, who exits with those 3 personals. He and Lamar Northington have 3 personal fouls each. So Drummond with 9 points. That leads the way for St. Andrews. 3:01 to play in the half, 34-19. KCU in front. They've led it by as many as 17. Second free throw goes home for Drummond's 10th. Stay tuned with us at the half. We'll check scoring and stats of this one. Get our thoughts of the first half of play. Here's Gray out top. He'll execute the point. He and DeBoard. Sarkisianis, 15 on the shot clock. Skip pass off to Gray. Dangerous pass, got away with it. Here's Stockstill, attacks left it short. Ball tipped out. Coleman pushes it ahead. Out to Drummond. Drummond knifes his way to the basket, left that one short. Sarkisianis with a rebound for KCU. Here come the Knights. Here's DeBoard. Goes with the attack. Sarkasanis trying to feed it into the corner, and it's thrown away, and Coach Charlie Pack is about to come out of his windbreaker across the way. Trying to get too flashy with the passing.
Yeah.
Do the simple stuff that got you here. Here's the board. 12-footer. Won't stay home. Got his own rebound. Turns, puts it right back up. That one won't stay in it either. Raymer with a putback. Got it. Caleb Raymer's 9th of the ball game. Some much-needed points from either side as the lead goes back to 16. 2 minutes to play in the half. The way this thing started off, I thought we were destined for a possible 100-point outing really quickly. Things got stagnant real quickly. Turn around there by Coleman, his first field goal of the night. He has 4 points, 36-22. Go ahead, Coach. Didn't mean to cut you off there. There's Stockstill high post, gives it back to the board. Goes to the right elbow extended, lobs it inside to Stockstill. Too tall, and it was out of bounds. It'll stay with KCU. Priest Wilson, the sophomore out of Kingston, South Carolina, checks in. He'll replace Brody Clark. Minute 28 to play here in the first half action. Gray out top, a little stutter step, feeds it inside. There's a wide open D'Angelo Stockstill who hammers one home with 2 hands. Been waiting for that for quite some time this year, and the redshirt sophomore out of Inkster, Michigan, hammers it home. It's my first dunk I've called this year.
Really?
First dunk I have called all year long. I've called a lot of college basketball and high school. There's Richardson. That's a tie-up. That should go. Jump ball. Arrow will stay with St. Andrews. 61 seconds to go. Eric Sanders back in the contest as Jalen King Jr. will take a seat. 38-22, lead of 16. Richardson out of the corner. Back out top, Drummond. Shot clock at 3. Drummond attacks. Fade away in the lane, off the window, no good. Ball tipped around. Out to Caleb Raymer. Raymer pitches it ahead, out to Gray.
Wow, what an outlet.
What a transition, right. Perfect outlet pass. It's an 18-point edge. Now they've got the tie-up on the far side.
Reach.
Teardrop up, no good. Sarkasanis out to Stockstill. Can we get another one? Yes, we can. 2 from D'Angelo. 42-22. Stockstill blowing the roof off the joint here in Grayson. 11 seconds to play in the half. 20-point lead for the Knights of KCU. Manas Drummond working with it out top. Wants a screen. Comes near side. Euro step. Kicks out. 3 ball on the way. Good if it goes. It does not. And we are at the half. Give me that replay again. Yes, sir. They felt the tremors off of that one all the way up in Inkster. 2 big dunks from D'Angelo. It's a 20-point KCU lead at the half. We return for halftime coverage after this on Kool TV.
Hello, everyone. I am Rick Clark. Let me introduce you to Carlisle, Annabelle, and Zach.
And as you can tell by these commercials, this family has a lot of fun.
We have a great team here at Clark's.
And we would love for you to join our family.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pump and Shop.
Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at WorkReadyKentucky.com.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Núñez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kid's menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Núñez, the best around.
Here at Kentucky Christian University, we believe that nursing saves lives. Nursing is more than a career, it's a calling. KCU has a reputation for producing exemplary graduates who excel both clinically and professionally. With options for both in-person and online studies, KCU is ready to help you begin the career of your dreams today. Find out more at kcu.edu.
Yeah, you know, it's just
back at the half here in Grayson. 42-22, KCU leading St. Andrews. And, Coach, two numbers that just instantly jump off of the score sheet from me. 28 points in the paint, 21 points in fast break. When KCU got the basketball and went, that's when things got good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they've been doing, but transition, great outlet passes, go to the basket, and the turnovers that they do have, which is seven, have seven, if I'm reading it correctly.
Yeah.
A couple of them are just goofy, And
it was when it got stagnant. And then all of a sudden, things got going again. We got two D'Angelo Stockstill dunks, first dunks that we've had in the building this year. And it's just, when things are going, they went really, really good.
Yeah.
But when it slowed down and they started trying to execute an offense that they were trying to burn off 20 seconds off the shot clock, they were trying crazy passes, it just wasn't there. That's when things got really ugly. They were fortunate, though, that St. Andrews could not find their footing either.
No, they couldn't do anything either. I don't know if their game is transition or I think maybe their game is just shooting threes because the kid from Spain, he's launching them from all over the place.
Yeah, and they're 0 of 11 right now. They have not connected. Escamilla 0 of 5 from long range, and on the season he's just north of 29% from that mark. KCU 3 of 10. And again, some of those threes probably ill-advised. You've had a couple from Markel Hood that have been deep threes. One that rimmed out and the other one that wasn't on the mark either way. But Caleb Raymer with two big threes, including one that led to a 4-point play.
And he got good passes to shoot. I mean, there's a difference in, there's not very many players that can create the three off the dribble. I mean, there's some out there in major college, but, inside out, step into it. The distance is a little longer here in college than in high school, but still, you get your feet, you're looking at the rim, you're not worried about somebody guarding you. It's a different world.
42-22 at the half. We'll take a break. We come back, we'll look at our numbers, our player spotlights, and get you ready for the second half of action here in Grayson from the Papa John's Pizza broadcast table after this on Kool TV.
At Preston Family Funeral Home, we understand how making decisions during the loss of a loved one can be most difficult. You can help relieve this burden on your family with pre-planning at Preston Family Funeral Home. It's safe, secure, and simple. You can transfer your existing plan from any other funeral home to Preston Family Funeral Home by simply calling 606-325-4946. Preston Family Funeral Home. Our family serving yours because we care.
The Greenup County Public Library system is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Kentucky Christian University is a private, nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky. For over a century, KCU has been transforming the hearts and minds of students through a Christ-centered academic community that is both academically rigorous and intimately personal. Begin the journey to the career of your dreams today at kcu.edu.
Back at the Papa John's Pizza broadcast table, 42-22 our score here at the half as we welcome you back inside the Lusby Center alongside Doc Bender. My crew tonight, Trey and Felicia Collier. I'm James Carr, happy to have you along with us here. Coach, what numbers jump out at you at the stat sheet there in the first half of play?
Points in the paint, 28. Points off of turnovers, 18 for KCU. Fast break, 21. And like you said, bench points, 18, which you said four of the 5 starters were coming off the bench. But, right now it works. They're up 20 points. I don't know, have they ever been up 20 points at the half this season?
Well, and maybe they have. I know that they've had some leads like that, none here at home, but they have had some leads like that have gotten away from them. And this is the one thing for me, and I've been around the team all year long, that I want to see how they respond coming out of the halftime. Because that is where they have gotten in trouble through some of the games that they've been in control with, going to the locker room, and then got really, really stagnant out of the break. And we'll see if they can pick that energy right back up that they had.
Well, we saw it in the girls' game. They had a 14-point lead, and it went stagnant. They couldn't score. 2 of the girls were on the bench for whatever reasons. But as you say, we always said in high school the first 3 minutes. College, it's the first 5 minutes, basically. How you control that first 5 minutes coming out at halftime will be important, The other thing is the two guys for KCU that got 3 fouls apiece.
Yeah, Jaden Lloyd and Lamar Northington, both of them have gone scoreless. But Eric Sanders, Jalen King Jr. getting the start in those positions today have been pretty phenomenal. Sanders with 6, as well as King Jr. with 6. And KCU nursing a 20-point lead here at the half. We'll take a break. We come back. We'll look at our individual numbers and get you ready for the second half of action. Knights lead it by 20 over the visiting Knights out of North Carolina. We continue after this on Kool TV.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Border Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Lewes, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter what species of fish you are targeting, Border Sporting Goods has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders also has baits in every size and style with a wide selection of tackle from Berkley, Strike King, Zoom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
I got kicked off campus, but they let me back on because my dad knew the dean.
Give me that ooey gooey, crispy, crunchy, mouth watering. Give me that meaty, treaty, zesty, bestie, garlic, saucy. Give me that dippy, doughy, melty topping, pepperoncini popping. Give me that cheesy, saucy, tossy, Papa John. Give me that foldy, pepperoni, tantalizing. Give me that choco chicky, sticky, sweetie, hypnotizing. Give me that dippy, drippy, drummy, ripping, Papa wanging. Give me that cheesy, saucy, tossy, Papa John. Better ingredients, better pizza, better get you some. Now I'm talking about, yeah.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today. That's Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Other restrictions may apply.
Here at Kentucky Christian University, we believe that nursing saves lives. Nursing is more than a career, it's a calling. KCU has a reputation for producing exemplary graduates who excel both clinically and professionally. With options for both in-person and online studies, KCU is ready to help you begin the career of your dreams today. Find out more at kcu.edu.
.42-22 at the half. Let's take a look at our numbers real quick. Individual numbers look like this. No, not the starting lineups. There we go. Manas Drummond leads the way, 10 points, 5 rebounds. He's 50% from the field. He is the only player in double figures for anyone on the floor. And for KCU, Caleb Raymer, he'll pace the way with 9 points as he's been big from long range, including a 4-point play that really sparked things going. Raced the board with 8, both of those coming off the bench here in the first half of play. We'll take our final break. We come back, second half basketball here from the Lusby Center on Kool TV.
Miller Insurance Agency began serving the insurance needs of Northeast Kentucky in 1967. Since then, the agency has prospered by providing valuable insurance protection to our community. As your independent insurance agent, we're not tied to one company. Rather, we compare different carriers, finding the best price. Call or stop by today to compare your coverages. Remember, your independent agent serves you first. Find us online at millerins.net or stop by Miller Insurance, 210 South Carroll Mullen Boulevard in Grayson.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg.
Check out Dyer's Big Sandy in Grayson for great prices on home appliances like washers and dryers, ranges and dishwashers. See our giant selection of living room suites, bedroom suites, recliners, mattresses, and electronics, including TVs and speakers. Visit our showroom at 506 Carroll Malone Boulevard in Grayson. You'll find the best prices and the best selection for every room of your home. And Dyer's has all the top brands in bedding: Tempur-Pedic, Purple, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and Beautyrest. Dyer's Big Sandy, 506 Carroll Malone Boulevard in Grayson.
Not only is State Senator Robin Webb proud to support and congratulate our youth in all their endeavors in and out of the classroom, but your State Senator Robin Webb is also proud to support and work for all the adults in her district. Robin Webb strives to put forth the best for youth and adults alike. Whether it's in Frankfort or here at home in her district, know that Robin Webb puts you first in all of her decisions she makes. State Senator Robin Webb strives harder every day to make Kentucky a better place to work, live, and have fun.
Kentucky Christian University is a private, nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky. For over a century, KCU has been transforming the hearts and minds of students through a Christ-centered academic community that is both academically rigorous and intimately personal. Begin the journey to the career of your dreams today at kcu.edu.
Back in Grayson at the Papa John's Pizza broadcast table. Better ingredients, better pizza. That's Papa John's with locations in Grayson, Flatwoods, and Louisa. James Collier, Doc Bender, happy to have you along with us here tonight. Knights lead up by 20 as we start the second half. Colby Gray right in front of us. He's joined there with Race to Board. Markel Hood, Eric Sanders, and Jalen King Joyner. There's the bounce pass off to Hood. Hood starts to attack, cut off. Nice little stutter step move, gets tied up inside, finishes with a touch back up. Such a strong big guy inside for Markel Hood as he puts his 4th point in and a 22-point lead. Malik Lewis brings it off to Breeden. Chris Coleman. Lewis with a runner in the lane, no good. Eric Sanders with the rebound, and then a foul. That is a reach out and just absolutely grabbed him with two hands. That's Lewis's first, team's first. I mean, that was just a...
You thought it was a wrestling match. It was a takedown move.
Yeah, I mean, he was not allowing him to get free. That's as easy as they come. Still showing a little 1-2-2 press. They try to trap it. They come through. Sanders gets to the middle, and they beat the press. Here's Hood out of the corner, left side. A little shake. Gets baseline. Pumps, spin move, finish.
That's
nice
where
take.
he's good.
Nice take there by Markel Hood out of the corner, and a strong move on the baseline for his sixth. The lead is 24. It continues to grow.
Him and Coach May had a discussion at halftime.
You can start from 21 feet away, but you better finish 2 feet away. Here's Drummond in the lane. Tied up, and he walked. Dragged that back foot, could not keep it planted when he went for the jump step. Good start for KCU here in the first 90 seconds of the second half of play. Trying to pick up only their second win of the season. I had the call on their other win this season. It was against Milligan. And it was a long while ago. November 26th to be exact. 92-89 on a really good night that they came away with it. Out in transition is Drummond. Drummond with a finger roll finishes for two. That was a game, though, that they led by double digits and had to hang on down the stretch to pull out the victory.
And that was a very good Milligan team.
Here's a sloppy pass out top. Breeden tries to take it away, does save it on the baseline, throws it back to Lewis. Lewis will penetrate, kick it out into the corner. 3 balls in the air, won't go. Markel Hood skies for the rebound, and he's fouled as he starts to go down court as Malik Lewis picks up his second, team second. And Lewis will take a seat as Pretlow returns. 46-24, 18:04 to play in the ball game. Other than about a 4-minute stretch, KCU has been in full control of this basketball game. And those 4 minutes came early. Here's Hood from the free throw line. 15-footer, front iron short. Escamilla with a rebound. St. Andrews trying to go in transition. Hood rakes that one away. Ball's loose near side. Sanders saves it. Here's the board. Runs it down into the right corner. He'll reset things out top by the 22-point lead. 17:30 to go in the ball game. The board steps back, pulls the trigger. 3 balls way off. King Joyner whistled and a foul as he goes up. He'll shoot 2. He held a lot of fingers up, and there's not. Well, they wear jerseys other than 1 through 5 or numbers that end in 5. It was number 9. Tristan Pretlow. You don't see, even with the new allowance from the NCAA and NAIA where you can wear jerseys that go above 5 in the ending numbers, you still don't see a lot of teams that do that.
No.
But this team here, they've got a 6, a 7, 8, a 9. King Joyner hits both. 8 points for him.
May have got a discount on uniforms. You're only doing 1 number instead of 2.
Instead of 2. Yeah, they only have a handful of numbers that go in double figures.
No.
But they're 0 through 9. They have all of them. Here's Drummond. Flips it off to the right side, and a strong finish by Breeden for his 4th point of the evening. 48-26. 3 minutes gone in the half. Hood curls things out, brings it near side to the board. Now Sanders. Hood curls, cut off. Starts to attack, pumps. Nice look off. Colby Gray dials up long distance, can't get it to go home. King Joyner fights for the rebound, but he was out jumped there by Chris Coleman, the 6'4 senior out of Saginaw, Michigan. Breeden brings it off to Pretlow. Now back to Drummond out of the corner. Or Coleman, excuse me. And that's through the hands of Escamilla and almost into my broadcast table. I thought that one had the monitor on the bounce. The worst one I've ever taken, I was at Marshall, and their big guy went for a loose ball, and he went into the scores table, which was anchored to the floor, I want to mind you. And when he hit it, he dislodged it, and it hit my my color guy. The corner of the table hit him in the chest, and all you hear him go was, "Oh!"
Yeah.
And I mean, it was just a thumping when it hit him. 30-second timeout requested by KCU as Coleman picked up the foul, his first team's third.
I prefer to be not on the floor. I'd like to be upstairs, away from. You get blocked up by the officials. You know, here you're raised above the floor, you can see. But you know, on the floor at most gyms, you get blocked up by officials. You can't see things, and you always have the danger of a ball hitting you or somebody diving into your lap.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than that.
I'm hoping with the new consolidated school for Carter County that they elevate the media table.
You know, there's a lot of people, they think that it's down on the court is where it is. And as a broadcaster, I will speak wholeheartedly. There is no place that I would rather be than away from the floor.
Yeah.
I'd much rather be up high. You can see things. You're not, especially fighting with officials and coaches and trying to look around them and everything. You can see plays develop as a color analyst. It's just much better being up high than court level.
I like doing it at Raceland.
Yes.
Upstairs at Raceland's the greatest place ever to do a game.
It's a great place. I do a lot of games up there, and you have a lot of opportunities.
You have space to stand up.
Yes.
You can stand up.
And there's nobody in front of you.
Yeah. Well,
Drummond.
KCU has almost weathered a 4-minute mark here.
And I'm looking, and I have yet to mark down a made three ball for St. Andrews. Here's Escamilla running a 2-on-1.
He's going to go all the way to the basket.
He finishes with a finger roll for his 8th point of the contest. They were 0 of 11 from 3 at the half. They trimmed the lead to 20. And this is that mark I was talking about. KCU has to find a way to get through this.
See, and he's playing sagging, you know, and we're content. We need to attack.
Escamilla bodied up with Hood, and he throws it away. And then DeBoard with a takeaway out at midcourt.
Saves him.
Here's DeBoard. Works it off left side. Right now the Knights are just kind of not really attacking as King Joyner tried to hammer that one home, lost it on the way up. DeBoard finishes, though, with a finger roll in the putback. His 10th point of the ball game. Jalen King Joyner had bad intentions when he left the ground, and he lost the basketball, unfortunately, when he went up, or that one probably ends up on the 4-letter later tonight. 50-28, that leads back to 22. 14:30 we have in the ball game. Shot doesn't go home for Drummond, but Breeden with the tip in, his 6th of the ball game. DeBoard looks it off to Gray, left corner. Skip past to Hood. 3 ball from the near side, no. Sanders tries to save it, can't do so. It's back to KCU. Hockey line change, 5 new bodies. Sarkasanis, Lloyd, Northington, Raymer, and Stockstill back on the floor. And it's not a polished product, but it's starting to get some glow.
Yeah, they're starting to stagnate. Got happy there trying, you know. Hood scored inside, then decided he's going to launch a rocket.
Knights force a turnover in the backcourt. They've got all kinds of numbers. Here's Lloyd. Started to penetrate, comes back out. Lloyd brings it near side Raymer. Raymer had the hot hand in the first half. He had 9, tries to force it inside to Lloyd, and it's taken away by Coleman. Coach Pack holding his head in disbelief. Coleman starts to attack. Walled up there by Sarkasanis. He just pushes him off his spot and finishes. Zarek Sarkasanis, the 6'6 freshman. That's one thing about it. When he comes into a college-sized body, he's going to be a handful. Here's Northington. Brings it off to Lloyd. Sarkasanis from the corner. Thought about pulling the trigger on a three. Gives it up. Lloyd back out to Stockstill. Now Sarkasanis on the drive. Here's Stockstill. Attacks off the right side. Can't get it to go home. Fights for the rebound inside, and they're going to get a foul from behind on KCU. That's on Lloyd, his fourth. First team foul for the Knights here in the second half. Race the board quickly back in for Jaden Lloyd. Lloyd 13 points, 6 rebounds, and that loss to Columbia last time out. He's scoreless here tonight. (50-32), 13 and some change to go here in the ball game. Stay tuned with us after the game. We'll talk with head coach Charlie Pack. Have all of our scoring and stats for you as we wrap things up here tonight. The KCU trying to make it a clean sweep in the men and women. Escamilla drops it off to Breeden. Turnaround jumper. Yes, get the little push up there. He's got 8 total, 6 here in the half. And a 24-point lead has been cut to 16. Here's the board. Looks off to Northington. Northington knifing his way through. A runner good.
Nice.
Lamar's first points tonight on the little teardrop from 8.
Well, they got it going to the basket. The board started that. And
right
need to play a little defense down on this end.
Other end, Breeden for his 10th. He's got 8 here in the half. D'Angelo gets tackled from behind. They continue to play on. Had a handful of his jerseys and went through. No whistle. 52-36, approaching 12 to go in the ball game. There's the board. Thought about pulling a trigger. Kicks it out to Northington instead. He'll go baseline. 15-footer from there won't go. Baseline rebound by Breeden. 12 minutes to play in the ball game. Caleb Brown into the contest. Tie up right in front of us as Sarkasanis gets on the deck and forces a tie up. Arrow stays with St. Andrews. Brown wearing those cotton candy shoes. I love those out top. There's Drummond. Lost it on the penetration. Gets it back out on the wing. Goes down the center of the lane. Shot up doesn't go home. Offensive rebound, though, by Caleb Brown, who puts it up from 6 on the baseline for his first bucket of the night. And a 24-point lead has been trimmed to 14. Northington passes up an open look at a 3. And now they set up the offense and set. This is where they've really gone stagnant. Here's the board.
It's like they don't know what to do.
Northington to pull the trigger. It's a
No.
3 ball that's off the mark. Coach Charlie Pack just looking from the sidelines like, what is going on?
It's kind of like the girls. If they have to set it up, they're in trouble.
Yeah,
I hate to say that.
It gets very stagnant when things slow down. 11 to play in the ball game. Escamilla buries the first triple of the night. And the 24-point lead is down to 11. First 3 ball for the St. Andrews Knights team here this evening. They were 0 of 11 at halftime. He was 0 of 5. Trying to go back door. It's picked away. There's Brown. Feeds it inside. Gets it right back. 10-footer, no good. Stockstill skies for the rebound. Charlie Pack yells go. The board. Left side to Sarkasanis down the corner. They lob it inside to Stockstill. Stockstill reverse up and under move. Tipped away. Escamilla with a chance to cut it to single digits on this trip. 3 ball from Breeden's on the way. Good.
They've hit 2 in a row.
It was 24. It has gone down to 8 at 52-44 with 9:59 to go. It's a full timeout from Randy Hernandez. We're back after this on Kool TV.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more. in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at WorkReadyKentucky.com.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Back at the Papa John's Pizza broadcast table, 52-44, 9:59 to play in the second half. James Collier, Doc Bitter, happy to have you along with us here. About 6 minutes, Coach. They've gone stagnant.
Yeah. We were in control at the 14-minute marker at 9:59. It's down to 8.
It was out to 24. Mateo Escamilla bombed home a triple. That was the first of the ball game. Quashek Breeden answered, and then on the other side of that timeout, that forced the timeout. And that's where we currently stand as we go back underway. The board near side.
Coaches came back with his original 5, except it is the original.
Northington's not out there. Or, yeah, he was not out there early. Here's Hood. Attacks off the right side. What a strong move from Markel Hood for his 8th.
And that's where he needs to go.
10 points. The lead goes back to Sanders, Hood, DeBoard, Gray, and King Joyner. There's Richardson. And another 3 from Breeden. Back-to-back triples for the graduate out of Limberton, North Carolina. Trims the lead down to 7. The board working on Brown. Brown with some theatrics, none gets the officials' attention. Colby Gray wants an answer and gets it. He pulled that one from downtown Bowling Green, his hometown.
That was from the Ron Arnett court shot.
Take a look at this one on the Grayson Sporting Goods Instant Replay. That one's about 24 and a half. Turnover in the backcourt. Here's Gray racing ahead, high up off the window. It rolls home. 5 quick ones for Colby, 7 in the ball game. The lead's back to 12. That's the answer you want to see out of the timeout. Caleb Brown working on race to board. Escamilla wants a 3 straight away, no good. Colby Gray with a rebound. Oh, Gray just a little bit over the top of the hands of Eric Sanders in transition.
Yeah, but if I'm a coach, I'm taking that.
Yeah, I like the push.
You're standing there stagnant, and you're at least have a shot at it. And I mean, I know it hurts, but I'm taking that one.
You look at the last 2 games for KCU after they hadn't played since December 28th, and they played against Johnson here last Wednesday. Lost that one 71-68 in a game that Coach Pack felt like they had a chance to win. Losing overtime at Columbia. And here tonight, a 12-point lead that has shrunk after leading by 24, but now trying to push it back out. Here's Markel Hood and a finger roll. I thought he was going to try to punish the rim, but he has 8.5, 10 in the game, and the lead's back to 14. They played an exhibition game against Wofford right before the turn of the new year. Lost that one 100-55, but he said they really learned a lot about who they were and where they wanted to go. There's Breeden, gives it off. Drummond starts to attack left side, cut off. Shot clock's at 3. Drummond pulls the trigger, 3 balls good.
Oh, gosh.
Right before the horn, Manas Drummond hits his first 3, and after the team had gone without a triple, they've hit 4 here in the last 5 minutes. 61-50, it's an 11-point edge for KCU, inside of 7 to play in the ball game. Gray wants an answer, it's on the way, yes! 2 triples for Colby, 8 points in the half, 10 in the game, 64-50, it's a 14-point edge. DeBoard with a takeaway in backcourt. DeBoard, finger roll, yes! Hood wanted the lob, DeBoard said, I'll take this one myself. 16-point lead. Here's Brown, gets hounded. Lobs it underneath. Ball loose on the deck. And it's out of bounds. It'll stay with St. Andrews. Richardson had it down low but could not do anything with it. 6:11 to play, 16-point edge for KCU. Near side ball for the visiting Knights out of North Carolina. As Drummond surveys, gets it into Brown. Back to Drummond on the wing, right side. Works into a double team, gets it away. Breeden starts to attack, loses the basketball as he falls down. Brown before the horn, nope, he didn't get it away. A shot clock violation, a turnover gives it back to KCU and a 16-point edge just inside of 6 to go. Hood with a 3-on-3, 15-footer, yes. 10.5, 12 in the game for Markel Hood, who was averaging 8.5. Played his first game of the team back on the 15th last Wednesday against Johnson. And has really become a force that this team's going to be able to extend with. Brown wants an answer from the top of the key. 3-ball, no. Outside to DeBoard. DeBoard, finger roll, yes. Markel Hood started that break, and DeBoard finished it. 14 for Race. And a good bounce-back game for Race after going scoreless in that loss to Columbia. And they'll get a foul there on Eric Sanders, his second, team second. Take a look at this on the Grayson Sporting Goods Instant Replay. Transition, coach. Basketball never touched the ground.
Yeah. I mean, it works. It just.
And there's so much that could be said about teams that move the basketball without it touching the floor. And it's just, when it's going hair on fire, 100,000 miles an hour, things go. And when it's going slow, it's just ugly. There's no other way to say it. Here's DeBoard again. Reverse scoop shot. Race DeBoard. Are you kidding me?
What a move.
22 points, lead, and one opportunity for Moss Drummond on the other end. Take a look at this on the Grayson Sporting Goods Instant Replay. Race DeBoard showing a little bit of inner Michael Jordan in his heyday against long arm Sam Bowie and the Lakers back in the championship. That was one of my favorite moves as a kid. Whenever Michael did that, I don't know how many times I practiced that play. He comes down the center of the lane, and he has it in the right hand, and he said he looks up, and there's long arm Sam Bowie right there. And he switches to his left and goes the other side in midair. And, it was one of the most iconic shots that Jordan ever put up. That man did some things that just it defied gravity. Not physics, gravity. Here's Hood. Spins in the lane. 10-footer up, no. Escamilla takes the ball off the front of the rim. 19-point lead, inside of 5 to play in the ball game. KCU in full control of this one. Can they finish it? Drummond can't get it to go. Gets his rebound with a stick back, though. Men's next game on Monday down at Reinhardt, as they've got 2 games left in the month of January, at Reinhardt, at Truett McConnell. And a foul underneath on the offensive stick back, as that one's on Caleb Brown, his third, team's fourth. Excuse me, team's fifth, my mistake. And that's going to put Jalen King Joyner to the free throw line to shoot 2. Just like the women, they'll be back home much of February. 8 total games, 2 of those on the road. They'll be at Columbia International on the 8th, at Union on the 18th. Home games with Reinhardt and Union on the 1st and 5th. Tennessee Wesleyan and Bluefield on the 12th and 15th. They'll close things out with Pikeville and Montreat on the 19th and 22nd. That Montreat's a reschedule from a game back that earlier that did not get to play. One more for Jalen King Joyner, the senior out of Greensboro, North Carolina. 73-55, 4:23 to play in the contest. Got them both.
And a hockey line change with 4:23 to go.
So Raymer, Stockstill, Lloyd, Northington, and Sarkasanis back in the ball game. KCU's going to try to run and jump in backcourt. St. Andrews beats it with ease. Coleman Brings it ahead. Sarkasanis cuts him off. KCU goes into man-to-man. Near side out of the left corner. Drummond steps back, pulls the trigger, threes, got it. Rattled that one home, his second triple of the ball game. .23 points in the ball game for Manaj Drummond, averaging 13.6 a game. Here's Lloyd, gets past Brown, kicks it off into the corner. Raymer passes up a three. Now the Knights are going to try to run some offense and burn some clock. Northington. Back to the left side, goes to Stockstill, ball loose inside. It's a tie-up, and the possession arrow favors KCU with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. So you got enough time for a catch, set, and a shoot or a tip. Lloyd will trigger in. Ball tipped back out top, and that's a shot clock violation. Randy Hernandez asking for clarification, saying we had the basketball, but he did not have possession of the basketball because as soon as it was tipped, the clock started. And they said he did not have possession before the horn went off. Therefore, it is a shot clock violation, and it takes the ball all the way back down to the baseline where it was originally inbounded. And then away from the basketball, they've got Lamar Northington with a hold. That's his fourth. Team foul number 4. Race the board quickly back in. Northington takes a seat. A sophomore out of Hopkinsville's had a night to forget, as he just has not been able to get anything going early on, and it kind of played into his game all night long. Here's Brown. Beats the board, kicks it off to Escamilla. 3-ball from the corner, no. Rebound pulled out by Breeden. He'll go back to Escamilla, working on Stockstill. And
hand check.
Yeah, Stockstill on the hand check there, his first, team's 5th. Peyton Mayhorn checking in as Raymer will take a seat. .3:11 to go, 74-58. St. Andrews basketball on the baseline. Brown goes back to the corner. Drummond, 23 points already in this one, gives it up out to Brown. Brown starts to attack, has that one poked out of the hands by DeBoard, and they'll get that one on DeBoard on the reach-in.
Whistle's going to change dramatically here in the last 3 minutes.
And the officials are starting to get rabbit ears, too. They're getting a little bit too chippy, the officials. Drummond steps back, 3 balls off to the hands of Peyton Mayhorn. Inside of 3 to go. Mayhorn between the rings. Spins near side, falls down, keeps his footing though. Lloyd will settle down. 15 on the shot clock. Sarkasanis from the left side, skips it off to Mayhorn. Mayhorn cut off on the baseline, out to race DeBoard. DeBoard, floater in the lanes, pure. 18 for Race. 76-58, approaching 2 minutes to play. Knights looking for only their 2nd win this season. Would snap a 9-game losing streak. And we got a player down as Washak Breeden. They're going to let him check out. Noah Curry checking into the ball game, his first action tonight. Senior out of Henderson, Kentucky. I guess he hit the backboard too hard. That's on Mayhorn, his first, team's 7th. Maybe they get paid by the whistle, I don't know. Either way, Drummond for 2 free throws. (76-58), 2:03 to go in the contest. A 64% free throw shooter is Drummond. 23 points tonight, had 10 in the first half. Misses the front end. Had an and one in this half of play as well. One more for the senior out of Fayetteville. Got that one to go home. 24 points for him. 11.7 rebounds, 5 dimes in the win over Bluefield last time out. There's Lloyd. DeBoard had the baseline. It's out of bounds. Coach, if you take this team and you compare it to a turkey that you fix on Thanksgiving Day, there's some really good parts of the turkey, and there's some parts that you just pull away and you throw it in the trash can. And if you could take out of the 40 minutes of this turkey and you could carve out the stuff that you want, you'd have some really good meal. But unfortunately, you don't get to throw anything away.
About 4 minutes in the first half and about 4 minutes here in the second half.
DeBoard straightaway three. Yes! Race's first triple tonight. 21 points for number 21. 79-59, lead back to 20. And for the first time this year, I'm going to have to dig out the stat sheet, or the roster sheet, as Christopher Smith, freshman out of Cleveland, Ohio, checks into the ballgame.
Kind of like, I've lost track of the movie.
Caleb Brown on the other end for his first three of the night. A 5-point night for him. Ball raked away in the backcourt. Knight's safe possession. Here's Mayhorn who goes up. He thought about bad intentions. Our PA announcer even called it a bucket.
Now what?
They got a foul against St. Andrews. They'll get that one on Richardson. So Peyton Mayhorn shoots two. Jim Archie's been known to give away a few early calls in his life. Free throw up, no good. My first interaction with Jim Archie, I was coaching baseball at Raceland. We went to Greenup County where he used to do all the PA for baseball, and obviously. And we had a ground ball hit to our shortstop, and it went right between his legs. And before we even fielded the ball in the outfield for the left fielder, E6, I'm sorry. And I was like, oh, my God, this announcer, I mean, he is hardcore. Yeah. Every time we made an error that night. E6.
Downtown.
Escamilla can't get that one to go. Long rebound out to Stockstill. Also into the game now is Danny Maynard. Knight saved it for a second, can't get it though. Racing ahead, Maynard jumps in front, tries to take the charge. I believe the reason he's not going to get the charge is he had a part of his foot in the restricted area. So Danny Maynard, freshman out of Chesapeake, Ohio, gets whistled for the foul. Team's 8th.
He's in the book.
He's in the book. And Manas Drummond will shoot two more. First one is up, no good. As Jalen King Joyner returns, D'Angelo Stockstill's night is finished. He'll exit the game with 6 points. 79-62. 47 ticks left in this one. Missed them both. Noah Curry with a rebound. And then Escamilla got him on a body check right in front of the official. Jeez, oh Pete. Listen, Mateo Escamilla.
Yellow card.
He is a big-bodied kid. Junior out of Spain, 6'5". And he, like I said, he got him pure. It's going to be one in the bonus the rest of the way. Noah Curry, the senior out of Henderson, Kentucky, to shoot two. He's attempted 3 free throws on the season. He's hit all of those, make it 4 out of 4. One more for Curry. Got them both. 81-62, 39 seconds to play. KCU's going to pick up their second win of the season. But we're going to shoot some more free throws the final 33 seconds. I'll get that one on.
Manning. Is that what his name is?
Maynard. Yeah, Danny Maynard.
He may fall out here in the last minute of the game.
I had a kid in high school that I used to give him a hard time for. I said, you're the only kid I've ever seen that can check into the basketball game and get a foul for checking in. And then last year in a game, I had a kid check into a basketball game and got a technical foul checking in. And I said, that is probably one of the most unique things I have ever seen in my entire broadcasting career or coaching career. A kid checked in.
Was he not in the book?
No, he checked in. He was in the ball game, in the book, everything. He checked in, walked across the court, got to the three-point line, got the technical foul, turned right back around, and went right back to the bench. He said the magic word to the official.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
It was an easy one. I mean, it was like it wasn't even a contested or anything. You know what was going to happen. Here's Maynard, step back three, top of the key, in and out, no. Mayhorn was trying to finish with a follow, couldn't get it to go home. Shot clock is off, final 20 seconds here in Grayson. Drummond for two more, can't get that one to go. They're going to pull this one out as Christopher Smith, he wants to, but he's not going to be able to get it. Smith will dribble out the final ticks of the clock, and KCU is going to call this one a victory. 81-64 your final. Post-game show when we return to Grayson after this on Kool TV.
Discover the convenience of Clark's Pump and Shop, your go-to local pit stop. Clark's proudly serves your neighborhood with new locations popping up just around the corner. Swing by today and indulge in a selection of your favorite snacks and drinks. We're committed to elevate your on-the-go taste experience. Clark's Pump and Shop is your premier destination for all things convenience and satisfaction. Stop by today at a Clark's Pump and Shop near you. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations, and they carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
At Preston Family Funeral Home, we understand how making decisions during the loss of a loved one can be most difficult. You can help relieve this burden on your family with pre-planning at Preston Family Funeral Home. It's safe, secure, and simple. You can transfer your existing plan from any other funeral home to Preston Family Funeral Home by simply calling 606-325-4946. Preston Family Funeral Home. Our family serving yours because we care.
The Greenup County Public Library System is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart Collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
Here at Kentucky Christian University, we believe that nursing saves lives. Nursing is more than a career, it's a calling. KCU has a reputation for producing exemplary graduates who excel both clinically and professionally. With options for both in-person and online studies, KCU is ready to help you begin the career of your dreams today. Find out more at kcu.edu.
Back here at the Papa John's Pizza broadcast table, James Collier and Doc Bender along now with Coach Charlie Peck. Coach, I'm going to give you my analogy that I sum this up in the final 2 minutes here, and I about put Doc in the floor here. Your team is like a turkey on Thanksgiving Day. Now, if you could take every bit of that turkey that you make and just take out the pieces that you wanted of it, it would be phenomenal. But unfortunately, we all know there's a lot of turkey and carcass that you got to throw away. And there was some of that turkey and carcass you'd like to throw away tonight. But here this evening, you take away the goods with the bad, you come away with a really nice win.
Yeah, we battled. Like the first half, we had, I think, 18 field goals. We had 14 assists on those 8 field goals. Second half, we had 4 assists. We just kind of become selfish. And they went to a zone, and it bothered us a little bit. But still, if we just moved the ball, we got wide open looks. I think we were a little bit afraid to shoot it. We've been working on getting a piece of the paint before we shoot the three. And tonight we did that. We just was a little bit hesitant to shoot it at times. So we're still figuring that out. But I thought early we come out ready to play and we moved the ball and we talked about the things that we're supposed to do. When they're on our end, and couple big plays they hit was out of their we called it 2 up just for a scout purpose, and we were icing it in the first half and done a great job, and they couldn't get anything going off of it. And then 2 big plays, we're down on this end, and they can't hear us yelling it as much, and we get beat over the top, and it leads to a layup and a wide open 3. And so it's just those little things that we have to communicate all the time. And that was one of the things we wanted to take away their energy early, because the more life you give them, the harder they play, and that's one of the things we noticed on film. And so we did a good job of that early, but then in the second half we let them back in it. But to our credit, we found our energy back and finally got out in transition, got some easy buckets, separated ourselves a little bit, and finished the thing off. But again, I'll credit my guys, because early in the season when we had to go up 20 at the half, we did not do that. It would stay at 10 or 12, so when they went on that run, we were still up 10. It gave us a little bit of that's still closer than I would like. I think they even cut it to 7 there at one point.
Yeah, they had it down to 7 at one point.
So, but you can withstand those runs. And that's stuff we've been talking about and those type of things. But we don't like to give up those kind of runs. But, it's just we ran completely out of energy. I don't know why. But in the first half, I was super proud of our guys, too. I think we had 7, 8 guys that scored. It was like 6, 6, 9, 2, 4. And we talked about that's really hard to guard. You got to guard all 5 guys on the floor. In the second half, it was more of guarding 1 or 2 guys. And when it becomes that way, college basketball, it's tough to score that way. So we'll keep working that. But I'm very proud of my guys and the way they fought. And we needed a win. And then to their credit, this is a game we felt like we had to have. And so hopefully this will get us going a little bit. We got to go on the road.
Yeah, next 2 on the road.
Truett and Reinhardt. And so –
I've seen both of those this year, both solid teams.
Yes, and, Reinhardt's got the Jones kid that can really shoot it. They're big. Their guard's really good. Truett's got them transfer in 21. I don't know their name. Jordan, then the Yee kid can really shoot it. And they got the 5th-year senior guard that we've had trouble guarding.
He's been solid all 5 years.
Yeah, so but – we needed this one to just gain a little confidence, and we had a really good 2 days of prep, and I think that showed here tonight, and hopefully we can just build off this.
One of the things that Doc said that he was really thought maybe happened, did you have a conversation with Hood at the half, maybe telling him, let's get a little closer and 25 feet to the basket when you shoot it, because he had 2 points at halftime. He finishes with 12 in the ballgame. He had 10 in the second half, and he was getting to the paint and getting any shot that he wanted there.
Yeah, so the first play of the game, we were like, look, just yesterday we talked about in the scout, what is the scariest thing when a team puts a scout, and what are they trying to stop you from doing? With him, it's keeping from we'll let him sit out there and shoot 25-footers all day long. But, that's what I tell him. I was like, I don't care if you shooting a 3 on the inside out, but we don't want the ISO 3. So the first play out of the half, we won what we call a blast cut and just try to get him in an ISO downhill. And I think after that, he got 3 or 4 right at the rim, and then he started settling a little bit again. But that's just – he's been with us really 3-4 weeks now, so it's just a growth process and trying to figure out who we are. But I'm proud of our guys. I really am.
D'Angelo had 2 of the biggest plays, I should say, in the first half of play. When you get 2 dunks before going to halftime, there's not been a lot of dunks this year. Yep. And these were 2 that I felt like that he needed just as much as the team needed at the same time.
Yeah, for sure. We had a chance. I think we were up 14. We were talking about not letting them back in and we went 3 minutes without scoring. I thought, oh, here we go again. Then D'Lo finally we come out, get a dunk, and then it gets us the energy back going. And Race was big tonight as well. And
big second half for Race.
So it's just hopefully something we can build on. We're trying to play more full court defense just to disrupt a little bit, and we're still not to the help line like I'd like. But that creates 2-way closeouts. But we're trying to clean all that stuff up, and it just takes. I should say it takes time, but
it takes patience.
It takes patience.
What did you think of the platooning tonight? You guys, we talked about that before the game. You and I spoke about that, and you were hockey line changing guys at times, and it just, it gave opportunities to where basically you say, hey, look, you got 5 minutes. You better give me everything you got for 5 minutes and empty the tank.
Yeah, so that's been our whole thing, and then we say we're going to evaluate that 10 minutes that you're going to play in that first half, and then we'll go with we went a little longer with that last group that went in. Instead of pulling them at 5, we let them go to about 4.5, 4, 3, because they had it rolling and got us back the lead, and so we stuck with them a little longer. Then the second group that went in, I think the third time we changed that, we let that group in a little bit longer too. I think it was the second group because Caleb had hit a 3.
Yeah.
So we felt like they were kind of rolling, so we let them hang another minute or two, and once they get tired, they start settling. So let's flip it. Let's get back to attacking, and we're just trying to really – we got strength in numbers. We got a lot of guys that are very similar and can do a lot of different things, so let's try to take advantage of it, and really try to grow here at the end of the year. It lets our freshmen get some chances to play, and we're certainly not saying the season's over, but, I mean, at the same time, every day's a job. The way we've approaching it now is every day's a job interview. And you can, like I told you, I said, Red wore white out Monday in practice when we went live. So they earned it. They earned it. So we allowed them to start today, and so that's just the way we're approaching it. Every day's a job interview, and they did a very well job of responding to that tonight, and hopefully we can continue to build on this.
I just want to point this out. Doc actually pointed this out. The 2 games that he and I have done together, you both have won. I think he's going to have to come back when we come back in February, okay?
Yeah.
You're not back home until February, but of the 8 games in February, 6 of those are here in Grayson. So we'll have to get Doc on the payroll and get him in here because 2 big wins, one over Milligan here tonight, a nice win over St. Andrews. But, Coach, always a pleasure, my friend, and we'll talk to you in a couple weeks.
All right, thank you.
Coach
I am superstitious, so he has to.
Yeah, he has to be here. Doc, you're hired now. 81-67, your final score. Thanks for sending me the picture today. By the way, I totally screwed it up. I asked for the white jersey. I need black. Okay. So if you can get me a black jersey headshot, I appreciate that one.
Congratulations.
That one's always on me. Coach, final thoughts here tonight.
Well, they got out and ran. They played some really good defense. They put pressure. I think, Coach making the line change, and
it sends a message.
And, the guys on the bench decided they better play. He's still got a lot to clean up. As he said in his interview, he's got a lot to clean up some things. But this could be a very good ball club. When they do the things they did tonight, other than probably about 8 minutes, which nobody's ever going to play a full 40-minute game, but, they had 2 spans of 4 minutes in each half that they kind of lost touch with what was going on, and they kind of got stagnant, just as we watched the girls get stagnant. Up and down, within reasons, but he's got potential, like I said, the Hood kid.
Yeah, he's got a lot of potential. His ceiling is still out there.
6 foot to the basket, and you may someday get to shoot a 3, but other than that, But, all those big guys think they can shoot a 3. I mean, and that's what the game's gone to. But he can dominate.
He can be a presence. When you get he and D'Lo in the paint, it creates a presence that KCU's not seen in a long, long time.
And he had a really nice jumper at the foul line. He had a nice jumper there. Some nice finger. I mean, so there's some things that he can do that is going to really help them. Reese had a great game tonight. He controlled the offense. He made some big plays. He had some shots when it counted. I mean, the other 2 guys had foul trouble, but,
And that's the night that you like is like, okay, a couple guys are off. You got a couple guys that step up and take their spots, and everything moves forward with the way that you want it to, and that's what you see here this evening.
And it was total team effort, These guys had a down night. These other guys stepped up, So, if you can get 10, 12 guys stepping up and playing 5 minutes or 6 minutes or, doing things, I'm sure he'd like to not have those guys in foul trouble. And it was just tonight the way the whistle was going to go. But I'm sure he'd not have those guys in foul trouble. But yet, big win tonight, huge win tonight. And
I guess I'll see you on February 1st.
We'll have to see what the other schedule there,
That's the next upcoming home game, February 1st, men and women's doubleheader against Reinhardt. Then on the 5th of February, on a Wednesday night. That's against Union. They've got 2 games before that, though. They got a Reinhardt on Monday the 27th. Wednesday against Truett McConnell. 2 big games right there against 2 of the top teams in the AAC Conference that they'll be tasked against to see what they can do before getting back home for much of the month of February. Again, 8 games in February. 6 of those will play here at home. Doc, always a pleasure, my man. Looking forward to doing it again.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity, and we'll get back into the high school action maybe this week with snow schools, being out. But I think they're going to play some games. You said there was a game tonight.
Yeah, we had a couple games tonight. We'll play some tomorrow, Friday and Saturday. So I think we'll get back to some normal things here pretty soon.
We'll get back to some normal things.
At least until February, and we got some more snow coming then. So
yeah.
Either way. Hat tip to my crew here tonight, Trey and Felicia Collier. Great job by them. Always a pleasure. Greatly appreciate Coach Charlie Pack, his great crew, Bianca O'Neill and her crew, David Manning and Megan Seymour here for the Sports Information Office for Kentucky Christian University. Again, KCU wins it. They get the sweep tonight. The battle of the night stay in Grayson. 81-67 for the men, 66-62 for the women. For Trey Collier, Felicia Collier, Doc Bender, I'm James Collier saying good night and so long from Grayson. Thank you for watching another Kentucky Christian University basketball broadcast on Kool TV. This presentation of Kentucky Christian University basketball has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Kool Sports Network and Kool TV.